everyone, this is Damari. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the Mercury Retrograde messages for the sign of Gemini. Now, just to let you know, I'll be using the Isis Oracle deck that was bought for me for Valentine's Day by my wonderful boyfriend Rob, so thank you very much, Rob, for this beautiful gift. He also got me these awesome Waite tarot cards that I've been meaning to get for some time, so thank you once again. And the idea behind this reading is to give you some insight and clarity in regards to what you can be focusing on at this time while the retrograde is in effect, right? So as you know, generally it's a time for slowing down, not really making any hasty decisions or any life-changing decisions at this time, particularly anything that involves contracts and significant life events. Moving location, anything to do with electronics either. Communication tends to go a little bit skewed at this time as well, and there can be situations arise from misunderstandings. So it's really important that you kind of keep any, I would say, bigger conversations or things that could lead to disputes under wraps for now, until this energy is cleared. And until you really have things clear in your mind as to what it is that you wish to communicate, right? Because it's easy to get muddled at this time, as you can tell by me, trying to express myself and failing miserably on occasion. So there you go. So let's get stuck into it then. So let's see what the goddess Isis has to relay to you at this time. What introspective work does Virgo need to be aware of during the time of the Mercury Retrograde? Okay. So I'm just going to pull all three cards and then I'll relay what they are to you afterwards. And I will be reading from the Oracle book itself, seeing as they're brand new and I don't know all the meanings yet. So I'll just give you the summary of what they mean. So to begin with, you've got initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the lady Isis. Awesome. Look how incredible these cards are. I just love the design. I really am going to have to take a look at who actually created these illustrations, because they're incredible. So your second card was Flower of Life, divine creativity and manifestation. Awesome. And finally, you have stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of divine authority. Awesome. All right, so let's just get stuck in and read from the booklet itself as to what these messages mean for you. So we'll look at initiation first, which is a very powerful card in itself. All right. Okay. I'll just hold this for you so you can see while I read it. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key here is to find the light within the challenge. The learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis with compassion and cleverness will protect you from burning, and instead will enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. Okay, so this is it. This is talking about your initiation into the mysteries, okay? The deeper mysteries of human existence, your own existence, your mortality, your spirituality, what it means to be alive, what it means to be part of the, conscious collective, all right? So yeah, this is a very powerful card. This is very much aligned with, while it kind of has the energies of spiritual awakening, I feel like it's not the start of this journey. This is a deeper learning, right? This is the next chapter of that journey. So that's what you're being ushered towards at this time, the next chapter of this journey that you're embarking on. So it's really, really beautiful energy to be, invoking at this time, Gemini. Because it's true, as much as you are being tapped on the shoulder, this is something that's coming from within. Absolutely. So it's a great energy to be aligned with at this time. So let's look at Flower of Life then. Okay, so I'll hold that for you again. You are entering a fertile period of your life. Focus on your innate creativity and how potent this is becoming, and watch it rapidly grow. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Gorgeous. I love that energy. So this is it. This is talking about your divine creativity, right? Your ability as a creator to manifest the beauty you wish to see in your life, okay? You can create the things that you can imagine, okay? You're only limited by your belief. So just take that on board when you're considering what it is that you want to have in your life, how you would like your life to look, what hobbies or interests or passions or work would you like to be a part of? What do you feel like is a part of your calling? Now is the time where you can think about what it is you want to manifest moving forward. So this is really, really awesome. And this is saying that, providing that you don't allow fear to stop you from taking those steps forward, you're being supported in the process, and you're being, sort of shown the path, essentially. That yes, you can do this, and this awaits you, provided you have the courage to take the step forward, right? Take that first step. So that's awesome. Okay, let's have a look now at stay true and be in your power. Okay. You are a sovereign being. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Okay, so it's very straightforward and simple. That you are, part of the collective consciousness. You have, the ability to weave a life of your making. You can be whatever you choose to be. And I know a lot of people find that strange, like, oh yeah, if we could be whatever I want, then, I would have been an astronaut by now, or I would have been this by now. But they don't really understand what it means. I'm not talking about what seems great on the surface, what you truly align with, what your soul resonates with, and what you as an individual truly feel is your path, right? What you feel most aligned with, what is really actually in tune with your true will, okay? When you can tap into that, that's when you'll find what it is that you are aligned to. That's when you'll find where your path lies and what your calling is, right? Because your calling comes from yourself. It's not as much as it's, can be divinely guided and supported. It comes from you. That's why it's supported, right? If it wasn't your true will, it wouldn't be. Nothing's being enforced on you. It all comes from the self, okay? So you have to be self-initiating, is what the main theme here is that you have the ability, but you have to be self-initiated, right? So, interesting. Really like this as a reading for you, Gemini. So, let's go into it. And I'm going to be using the tarot now to get further messages in relation to these overall, these overall messages, these overall energies. So it's always good to get a little bit more insight as to how this can apply in your current circumstances. And remember, this is a general reading, so if none of this feels like it's resonating with you for whatever reason, that's okay. You know, you don't have to force it to fit to your circumstances. Just have a look at your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs at this time, and maybe one of those will be more relevant to you. Alright, so just have a look at one of those other videos that I've been posting. Okay, so let's clarify then the initiation card here, which again really discussed the next leg of your spiritual journey. You have the Six of Swords in reverse, so, you know, air energy, this is your energy. And then the Queen of Pentacles, you know, earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Now, this is really important, okay? This is literally it. This is not an outer journey, okay? So this has got nothing to do with what you're doing in the physical world, okay? Whilst you can be traveling or moving away from certain circumstances, of course, that will reflect in your circumstances in one form or another. But what this is really talking about is your inner journey, okay? You moving away from the harsher lessons you had to learn, okay? The shadow self revealed to you. Particularly last year, there was a lot of healing, you know, inner child work that needed to be done, particularly when it was around romantic relationships, okay? So you've come out of that, you know, you've gone through the dark night of the soul with it, and you're moving to calmer waters, okay? And you're taking the pieces with you that you feel really were broken, the parts of yourself that you were broken, and you're moving into calmer waters so you can, you know, rebuild, so you can put those pieces together in a new way, okay? So that's really positive. That means that you really are on the next phase of your healing work, right? Your inner healing. And while you're doing that, that's what's going to bring you into this Queen of Pentacles energy. That's when you're going to start to see abundance materializing in the physical realm, okay? Once you continue this journey within yourself, the physical reality will start changing. You will start to see how abundant you truly are, right? That will come into your awareness, and then that's when your manifestations will become more potent. So very, very powerful, okay? So to clarify the Flower of Life card here, we have the King of Swords with the Magician, all right? So this is you, Gemini. This is you in your element, right? It's air energy. And it's really saying that when you stand within your power, when you realize just how much authority you command over yourself and your reality, that's when you'll start to really step into the energy of the Magician. That's when you're able to make life-altering changes, you know, big decisions, you know, in your best interest. You know, when you relinquish your fear and you draw all that you've gained from your experience, you know, hard-won victories, you know, hard-learned lessons. That's when you draw upon that knowledge and that wisdom that you've gained from those experiences, and you use it positively to supercharge your, I guess your affirmations, but also your wishes. And you start really working with those energies in your reality also. That's when you start to be able to manifest those changes. All right, so start thinking about what it is that you want to bring into your life. And then finally, with the Stay True in Being in Your Power card here, which again is all about commanding your authority, knowing your power, knowing your worth, knowing that you are the divine masculine and feminine rolled into one whole and complete being, right? You have the Emperor energy, okay? So this is Aries card, also relevant to Tauran energy, but more so Aries. And then you also have the Two of Swords, again, more air energy. So this is talking about standing as well, commanding your power, wielding it to the benefit of yourself and those around you, okay? By staying true to yourself, by being an authority in your own right, of just by simply being who you are, you know, and not dimming yourself or, you know, downplaying, you know, your stance, your capabilities, by just standing in your power, commanding respect through your authenticity, you know, that's when it'll become easier to make a decision as to how to move forward, right? Because if you're putting a blindfold on and hoping that no one will see what it is that you've got in the works, or see, you know, who you truly are, then obviously you're not going to the decision isn't going to come from the right place. However, if you remove this blindfold, if you don't try to shield others' eyes either, and you just stand proudly in this Emperor energy, then you'll make an informed decision. Your decision will come from the right place. And it's not a place of ego, it's a place of sovereignty. Okay, sovereignty is what I mean to say. Yeah. So that's really powerful and really, really important as well, because you're rising. Okay, that's why I feel like you're rising to the occasion. You've already passed some significant tests in your life, you know, to really gain that understanding. You've you know, the experience and the wisdom that have come through these challenges were hard won, but you did overcome them, and now you are rising to the next occasion, right? Which is now the next leg of your spiritual journey, Gemini. So really powerful reading. I'm just really, really ecstatic that you got this, actually, because you did go through it, you know, last year, particularly if you have been following my readings from last year. And, you know, as you know, with your love life in particular, and when it comes to your relationships, close relationships, that was where you were tested most, I feel, in 2019. So it's really good to see that you've overcome those challenges, that you've understood what needed to be learned from them, that you've made necessary changes, and that you're on to the next set of lessons, the next leg of your spiritual journey. So really, really, really proud, okay? You should give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it, okay? So now you can relax for a bit and just take on board the messages if you feel you resonate with them. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will be doing your shadow work reading very soon, so that'll be very telling as to what the next hurdle will be for you. So don't miss that. And thanks again for watching as always. Take care for now.